What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I wanted to break down what's happening with the overall market and break down some very important levels. But let me first mention that I am not a financial planner. Take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you're guaranteed 7 free stocks. The offer ends very soon in just about 2 weeks. Anyways, for SPY right now, we are actually looking a little bit weak, but it's not that horrible. It is possible we actually dip a little bit lower as we're trying to test our 200 EMA. If we lose this 200 EMA at 521.2, we do have a risk of coming all the way down towards this gap fill at the 520 area. We have resistance at 521.5. Breaking this opens the doors for our EMA test at 521.74. If we break the 50 EMA, then we'll be looking for a rebound back to the 522 area to fill this imbalance. But overall, SPY does look like it could dip a little bit more from here, just temporarily. But even if it does dip, just remember at 520, we could try to rebound again. We have a nice double top leg structure, but once again, there's no sign of this truly breaking down quite yet. And looking at the 30-minute time frame, like I said, we have this gap down here to fill. Even if we come down here, we'll have to watch and see support at 520 to see how SPY reacts. So it's very tricky right now, very, very choppy. So give this some time. Just know that we are dipping a bit. There is a risk of this dipping a little bit lower. If we do end up losing 521.2, we could be looking for about us retesting the 520s. But then we could rebound after that. So we'll just have to wait and see how things go. Looking at Tesla's got a very, very nice break. Let me actually show you guys the 4-hour time frame on Tesla just to give you guys a bigger picture of this. But look at this resistance on Tesla. So basically, we have this white trend line acting as resistance. We tested this, rejected, pushed back up, tested it, pushed back up. Now are we about to get a little rejection, turn back down? We currently have resistance at this 175 area as the key zone. And also 173.8. We have support at 172. If we lose that, look for 170. So if we do kind of push higher, we could actually reject and start sneaking back down to fill this gap here. Tesla is once again a very, very critical place. So if we end up losing the support, look for a little dip on Tesla back down. We did get a little pop at least back up as a defensive move, but we weren't able to crack past the resistance. So Tesla could shuffle a bit over here and maybe tip a little bit closer to the 170 area. So watch for that at least for now and see how Tesla ends up holding up later on. For the triple Q, it's just like SPY. So I'm going to pull up the 5-minute time frame just to show you guys some like really nice intraday levels. But for the QQQ, just like SPY, we also have this gap that's actually down below. We haven't really filled our gap yet. But when looking at it, you guys can see the QQQ has support currently at the 200 EMA, 442.5. If it loses this, we could be actually getting very close to fill this gap and start approaching this 441 area. We have resistance currently at 443. If we break this, look for 444. Otherwise, we're just kind of trading sideways and kind of shuffling on the QQQ as well, just like that of SPY. I do think there's a risk of us coming down to at least the 200 EMA again. Then we'll have to see what happens after that. For Nvidia is going to be our next stock. We got a little pump on Nvidia all the way back up to 908. We came back down to 892, and now we're just trading sideways within this range. So it's just basically going back and forth around 900. If we break 908 and start pushing higher, that's going to be bullish. If we lose 892 and start sticking, we're going to be back to bearish. We could be dropping down to 885 after that. Otherwise, we're just range bound on Nvidia. It's kind of boring. However, some stocks like Aapl are showing some strength. I did mention this in the morning. We had potential to go up to 186.5 on Aapl. So watch 186.5 is resistance. If we break through that, our next target is going to be all the way up towards 187.5. If we reject off here, we have previous resistance becoming support at 185.5. If we lose that, we're going to be dipping all the way down to 185. Aapl, in my opinion, could push a little bit higher to 186.5, kind of shuffle up here. Now, I don't really expect anything too crazy from there. We'll see if we get a rejection, kind of return back down to 185.5, then just continue to trade sideways. So we'll give this some time, just have to see how things end up going. For a few more, like Amzn had 187 as support. I told you if we rebounded off this, look for 190. If we rejected and we ended up losing that, we're going to be dipping all the way down to 185. So that's what Amazon's looking like right now. 185 is going to be our next target. It's looking a bit more bearish. Same thing with Meta. Meta also got a rejection off 472. We failed to hold support, so now we're kind of rejecting. We have resistance at 469 and also at 471, and our support is going to be all the way down here at 465 and 463. So I'm seeing a little bit of weakness on Meta. Look for a little move to the downside, and I think that could end up prevailing for SPY and the others for a bit more downside, but the move might not last forever because it depends on this gap fill. Don't forget, guys, that when it comes to economic data and such, we already finished the majority of the data. We're just going to be waiting for more things going into tomorrow, such as the PPI reports, Jerome Powell's speech, and such. So I'll give you guys another update on the markets in a couple of hours. Thank you all so much for listening. Hopefully this video was insightful, so make sure you watch the levels I called out and see if we end up getting a little bit more of a dip. If we do dip a little bit more, do not turn into a perma bear or perma bull. We'll watch and see if we bounce off support at 520 on SPY or not. All right. So know that we could dip a little bit, but that does not mean we're crashing or anything like that. We'll watch and see support from here. Thank you for listening, guys. Have a great day. This is going to be a quick update, and I'll see you guys in a few hours again. Thanks again, and peace out.